Hello everyone. Now we shall discuss about the history part one of classics. In this class, we shall discuss about why we study history and the contents of classics history part one. Basically, why we study history is because history, in the sense, it's an architecture. It's a journey across the time and space. We'll study about the economy, the society, some faiths, what the people had, what are the type of clothes they were wearing, or the type of food they were having. Also, but this history is not all about the past, it's also about the present. So, in the society where we live, we come across some joys, some sorrows, some kind of problems with the time. So it's the impact, it was not noticed by the people at a particular time. So when we return to the past, when we study the history, we can begin to see how these changes happen. So by reading the history, we can understand how the modern world has emerged over a long centuries of the developments. So it also enables us to develop the important skills and qualities. In the NCERT class 6, you will also study. It will take you back to the ancient past for some years. So we will read about the kings, the queens. It's not only limited to that. We are going to understand the policies. We'll learn about what are those hunters present and what are the different kinds of people. For example, the crafts people were there, the traders were there, and we'll also see about how the use of fire started and how they discovered the tools using the irons, and how the usage of wheat, the rice began, and how the cultivation happened. And we'll study about the villages, the towns which were developed, some pilgrims, what are the concepts of saints, the buildings, and how the paintings were done. It's also about the lives and activities of the ordinary women, men, and also the children. History is not only about the political events, it's about everything which happens in the society. Also, here we'll understand how the historians came to know about the past. Also, somewhat like the detectives or the historians follow some clues and traces which left by the people who lived in the past. We'll study about the bones, the plants, some materials. We'll come across some pictures where we'll understand some ornaments, some coins which we have got, some buildings, some sculptures we'll study. We'll also see many things and sources which find out new historians study all this. And by studying this history, we can understand more than past, right? So it enables us to develop some important skills and qualities. So we are going to open up our minds and break out our small present words. So I want to understand the world in which I live. So that's what the history is all about. So here we also should note about who is the Director General of Archaeological Survey of India. The Director General of Archaeological Survey in India is Surendra Kaul. Surendra Kaul. So he's the Director General Archaeological Survey of India. One name should be remembered, and other one is the we come across the Shweta Utpal. There is a Chief Editor NCERT. Yes. SHVTHA, sorry, Shweta Uppal. is the chief editor NCERT. So Surendra Kaul is a Director General, Center of Cultural Resources and Training. It's a Director General. Archaeological Survey of India. And coming to uh, the contents, what we are going to study over here, why we study history, that we have seen. In the next chapters, I will start about what, where, how, and when about the history, from hunting, gathering, and growing the food in the earliest cities, what books and burials tell us, some kingdoms, kings, and an early republic. So these are the page numbers. If you go to the textbook, the some new questions and ideas. Ashoka, the emperor who gave up war, vital villages, thriving towns, traders, kings, and pilgrims, new empires and kingdoms, buildings, paintings, and books. So these are all covered in the history part 1, the class 6. Uh, we'll start with the first chapter, what, where, how, and when. Thank you all for joining.